Energy NASCAR Cup Series practice from Daytona, presented by Toyota. Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes to the top of the chart, 193.2. The fastest lap in the earlier session was David Reagan, 194.9.
Love to hear those. Those are the engines, they never change pitch. They just go, just you can hear this thing.
Junior's up there about 10, 15 car lengths up in front of this group. And he's sitting there waiting for him to get to him because he actually wants to shuffle it up with him and see if he can hold him up. But they're back there battling it out.
Here comes Trevor Bayne. Down to the inside of the number 6-4.
Not quite yet, because here comes Ty Dillon behind Paul Menard. Remember, there's an alliance there between RCR. They build the cars and engines for the 13 car. Ty Dillon, as well as obviously own the team that Paul Menard's driving for.
Well, speaking of alliances and speaking of Dillons, last night in dual race number 2, Austin Dillon took some heat for not hooking up with a Chevrolet in the closing laps and instead being right behind Denny Hamlin. And did he kind of give Hamlin a push that took him to victory?
Well, he definitely gave him a push, but what other option did he have? That outside lane was moving. The car in front of him was Denny Hamlin. He came up. It's not like he really had an opportunity to pass Denny, but he did give him that big push that then catapulted him up to get side by side, make the pass on Dale Earnhardt Jr. But I don't see where he couldn't have gone with Junior. If he'd gone with Junior, he stacks himself up, loses position.
Look, and Austin said last night, he said, the lane I was in went.
Exactly.
He said, tough love.
I think that's as well as you can explain it.
You know my favorite word? Co-opetition.
Yes.
And you don't care who it is. As long as he can help you, you'll help him.
All right, down to the garage, Jamie Little.
Well, Kyle Larson's standing by hoping to get out there to practice. You skipped the first practice, so what are you hoping to gain, and what are you learning from watching our monitor right now?
I don't know if there's much to learn by watching the monitor, but I think our agenda today is just probably run a run or two. We had some rear bumper damage yesterday from the duels, and so they repaired that, and just probably gonna go out there, make a few laps, make sure everything's okay. Do a simulated green flag stop, come to pit road hard, and stop in a pit stall, and that'll probably be the extent of our day. So target Chevy was good last night, I thought. Just kind of got shuffled back there at the end of the bottom lane. Lost some people that were behind me, and it drug our lane back. So ended up not. Thought we were going to be okay, but it doesn't necessarily matter a lot here in Daytona. So just go out there and make sure everything's okay, and get ready for the race.
Well, right now, the team is scrambling around here, Mike. They put the race engine in, and they fired it up, and there's a lot of smoke, Matt, so they're continuing to work on the 42.
Jamie, I don't know any driver in the garage area who's more excited about Speed Weeks 2017 and has a huge bounce in her step, more so than Clint Boyer. He nearly walked away with a win in a duel in his first ride in the 14 car, and simply it's a very slow pace here in the Stewart Haas garage area. They worked this morning on repairing some cosmetic damage to the right front of the car, also the rear fascia, the bumper cover. They worked on that. They've also changed out the engine. Now the game plan is simple. Go out, run a few laps, more so of a leak down session during this practice, park it, and then go out and run a few more laps tomorrow, and then get ready for the 500. They're pretty excited about what they have so far for the 500 on Sunday.
And Mike and Jeff, you know, this lesson learned right here. The driver is enthusiastic. The driver's pumped up. The driver's excited. He wants to get in that car. He wants to get on the racetrack. That's contagious. It goes through the whole team. It goes through his crew chief, team, the people that work on these cars. They got a driver that wants to be out there. He wants to win races, and he's getting the job done. I tell you, that's good stuff.
Now, leak down session, I guess, could mean a couple of things. It means is anything on the car leaking? Is everything tightened up? But, Larry, much more to it than that.
Well, no, that's really about the extent of it. I mean, there's a lot of water lines. There's a lot of oil lines. There's power steer lines. And that's the thing you want to make sure. We saw an Xfinity Series practice. First time out on the racetrack, somebody had a power steering line that was loose. So there's a lot of lines that goes through an engine change. You just want to make sure all of them are solid, none of them are leaking whatsoever.
Denny Hamlin has been fast here all week, and he is top of the chart. All Toyotas up top.